Yeah, come with me and watch me teach some classes. Essentials, sponsor me. Let's go. What's up, man? What's up, man? What's up, man? Day vibes with Coach Wayne. Let's go. Make a little promo video for the gym. So we got Mobility Sunday, self-myofascial release for tissue breakdown. We got some lengthening movements, aka stretches, and then some corrective exercises to keep your muscles nice and tense and tight after we loosen them up from those compromised positions. So that is essentially the order of operations that you should be doing your mobility training, according to the National Academy of Sports Medicine, and what I've been doing the last 75 Sundays in a row at North County Fitness and Performance. People have seen very good results, so come check us out on a Sunday. You get to bring a friend for free. All right. But welcome, my friends. We got Mobility Sunday. We've been doing this. You guys pretty much already know the spiel. We're gonna go 3 phases. Phase 1 is our myofascial release. Again, I'll kind of guide you guys through all that, but working through every joint from the ground up. Feet, calves, hamstrings, quads, hips and glutes, T-spine, and then the neck and the traps. Our keys here, 1 minute each side, breathe. And then I drew my little stick figure down here, because imagine you're sitting, right? And our ankles, our knees, our hips, and even our shoulders and our neck are always in this position for 5 to 8 hours a day or driving. And then we go to stand up, and then we expect all these joints to be super mobile and loose in the gym. So this is where being specific definitely matters. So some of us might be tight in the upper back, hips, shoulders, wherever. So if you feel any particular tightness, take your time there. Then we'll go into some lengthening off the slant boards. We'll do a double elephant walk, my big 3, threading the needle in child's pose. Again, I'll guide you guys through that. Yeah, double. Normally we do this one. We're just gonna do it together. So just a little different. And then some strengthening. We have 3 corrective based movements, the seated cable, good morning with the row. We have a Superman hold for the glutes, the erectors, the rhomboids, and then a banded W for the posterior delts, the back, all the posture muscles. So I just want everybody to take it slow. Of course, any injuries, limitations, let me know. All right, Jeff, is there any reason you'd like to not be on camera at all? I could turn it off, but that's all right, cool. I told you I was doing my YouTube thing, so here we go. But yeah, I'll have everybody grab a ball, grab a mat, grab a foam roller, and we'll start breaking down that plantar fascia of the feet. This is for the camera mostly, but using the roller to allow a little bit of balance so we can get a little bit more direct pressure with that lacrosse ball. When you're on that spot that's nice and tight and crunchy, try to splay the toes, spread the toes as you push that ball from the toe pad all the way to the heel. We'll work for about a minute each side. Again, just for the camera mostly, just going up the chain from the feet, switching to the calves now. We got options, right? You could even go right into your lacrosse ball if you want that added pressure, but cross one leg over. If that's plenty, we could just stick with our extension and flexion there. If you want more pressure, raise the hips, you don't have to. And then continue that left to right as we extend and flex the ankle joint to get a little more stretch and love out of the calves. About 1 minute each side. And then again, we're just gonna go up the chain, no rush at all, but we are gonna go hamstrings. So we're essentially gonna pick the hips up, keep the knees apart, and just go from behind the knees all the way to the buttocks. Now this is where we have a couple options. That's option A, off the ground. If you wanna isolate one leg, come on over here to the bench. All I'm really trying to do with good pressure is lean forward. This alone is a pretty good release. Then if you can, internal, external rotation of the hip, extension, flexion of the knee joint. Very good for hips. So now right there, point your knee, come back a little bit, point your knee towards me, and then now point it towards Kim. That's called internal, external rotation. We should be able to move in all these directions. A lot of times we can't, tight, but keyword is should. Go up the chain from hamstrings to the glutes, the piriformis. We can start off here just by isolating one butt cheek. If you want the side that has the butt cheek down, if we go ankle over knee, that'll open up much more space for us to dig that roller in and isolate one butt cheek. You don't have to do this at all if it's too much pressure. And as you roll, try to find a spot where we're tighter. Usually around the waistband of the pants is tighter. The piriformis muscle presses on the sciatic nerve. So if you feel any shooting, knotty tightness, back off, make sure you're not putting yourself in any compromised position. But you do want to release that piriformis glute med muscle to relieve that pressure. So good, Jay. Switch your ankle. Right ankle on the knee, left knee. Yep. And you can keep both hands on the ground. Just roll back towards me a little bit. And then just by doing that, that hikes the knee up, almost like you're sitting down. That one is money. Make sure we get both sides. This is just an option. The TFL is a soft tissue lining that's like in the pocket that goes to the front. So you guys can just basically do a side plank and just roll right along the waistband above the pelvis, just above the pocket. Mid rhomboids, T-spine if you will. Hug yourself so the shoulder blades kind of roll forward, and that's going to create a lane for us to dig right between the spine and shoulder blades. You'll feel right through these two tissue lines. If you feel a spot that's mighty tender, we can go through our extension and flexion series to help break down that connective tissue. If this isn't doing it, try a lacrosse ball. Make sure we do the back part of the rhomboids, but when our arm is above the head, and if we turn, the lats are also part of the shoulder, under the armpit. So we are getting every little nook and cranny around that scapula from the rhomboid, upper traps, and lats. I wasn't gonna do this one, but we're going pretty quick, and you guys are actually doing really well. So after, and take your time here, after you guys break down like the mid outside parts of the scapula, we're gonna work the upper traps. If this is too much, I'll show you a regression with the lacrosse ball, but you guys have all done this before, so I think everyone will like this. Grab a bar, grab a pad, you guys can go on your mats if you'd like. You're gonna be in a half kneel. Make sure we lean forward a little bit. If we're too upright, this may hit the clavicle and it might hurt the bone, the collarbone. If you lean forward, you'll put that on soft tissue of the upper traps. Grab with your opposite hand. If it's my right trap, I just relax my right arm and I just look left and down. Do that about 10 to 12 times. If I'm really on a knot, I can use it as a rolling pin. And really no wrong answers here. Again, if you're not on the bone, if you're on soft tissue, have at it, look away, flex. And barbell pressure is about 70 to 80% pressure. If it's too much to the point where it hurts, back off. If it's not enough, pull a little harder. That's option A. Option B If our barbell is too much for us, just grab a lacrosse ball, come over to the rig. So I'm just making sure this thing's tracking me still. And we can put manual resistance into the rig. Same thing here, find a hole for the ball to sit in, push in vertically, relax the arm we're working. Same thing, down and away, down and away. And break down all that tissue of the traps. 30 more seconds here and then switch. Okay, then I'm gonna have you sit up for me. Check this out. Come right over here. If you guys are struggling with balance, with a little bit of load, if you guys ever set up a squat rack, we could. We got my girl Jay right here. This is the option 3 of the trap release. Option 2 was putting the lacrosse ball here. Sorry, this is for YouTube. But I got Jay literally putting about 70–80% pressure straight up into the bar and then looking down and away to stretch the fibers of the upper traps while she's putting a little bit of pressure. Everybody's got about 30. Some lengthening now that we just did. Some myofacial release. Take your time, Jeff, you can keep going. I'm just gonna explain real quick. I call these, actually, sorry, out of order. The big 3, we've been doing that quite a bit. The adductor pigeon couch, we're gonna do that second. The first one, we're gonna do a double-legged elephant walk. So, I already got 2 set up over here. I'm gonna have 1 over here. I'm gonna have you guys follow me. Actually, this is perfect. Normally, we do 1 leg at a time off the slant boards, where we'll use the box and we'll kind of just go here. We're gonna do 2 legs at a time though. So rather than 1 leg at a time, we're gonna get into like a little squat. You don't have to get very deep. Keep the heels on the ground. Fully lock your knees and quads out, whether your hands are on the bench or your elbows are on the bench. As you flex with the knees completely locked, try to sit back. Hold your bench so you don't fall. And then release the knees, full extension of the quads again. Try to hit that about 10 to 12 times. So you are gonna flex your quads. The quads are opposites to the hamstrings. So when we flex one, the hamstrings have to stretch. Yes, behind the legs, yes. So if you flex the front, you'll feel a stretch behind. Even into the glutes. As you guys try to go elbows on the bench if you can. If not, no big deal. But just like you're doing, Jeff, with good hands there, try to lock your legs and push your butt back. Even if you come up, that's fine. Yes. So the legs locked is more important than dropping the chest. So even if the chest has to come up, lock the legs. Yes, come up a little bit more, Kim. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Now we're locked though. I'd much rather that. Yes. Because when the legs are locked, you guys should definitely feel hamstrings. Breathe, of course, my friends, breathe. Make sure we're bending, taking tension off, and then re-engaging. Yeah. As you re-engage, try to get a little deeper. Keyword is try. So big time stretch in the calves, hamstrings, even the glutes and back. Leaning back. As long as you have the quads flexed, yep. Now while you're leaning back, Jay, try to look through your legs. Oh yeah, that little extra bit. Nice, guys. Don't stress yourself out too much, my friends. Just about 10 to 12 reps, and then we'll head on over to the mats. All right. Good job, my friends. Jeff looks like a new man over there. Good, good, good. Beautiful, my friends. Breathe as you guys lock. All right, slowly come on up. Now we'll hit the big three. Just 3 directions of the hamstrings. You guys definitely feel the calves, hamstrings, glutes there. Now we're gonna be a little bit more direct to the hip. We're gonna do the adductor rock back, wow, the couch stretch, and then our modified pigeon to hit all 3. So let's start off with the adductor. 1 foot on the block with the foot down. Arms completely locked. Try to achieve a neutral pelvic position first, and then sit back. Try to not be here, like overly arched or overly rounded before you sit. Nice and even, pushing your butt back towards that room, and then sit back. Just makes it a little better. Okay, this is just for the camera. You guys go ahead and hit both sides. Our next one is the couch stretch. We're gonna use our block. I'll refresh you guys too. We're gonna use the block to prop the foot up, and we're just worried about knee, hip, and shoulder being a straight line by flexing the glutes forward 3 to 5 seconds on, and then relax. We want hip extension by squeezing the glutes, not back extension by arching the back. That's more for YouTube. You guys know this already. And what we'll do is here, I'll give you 2 rollers. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, so that way you keep big, big chest. Good. And as you flex back here, feel the stretch here. Good. Try to squeeze the glutes instead of arching the back. How about you, Jeff? Hip flexors? If you guys want to advance this stretch, you don't have to. If you guys have your roller, whatever leg is up, lean over to that side, and you'll even get more hip stretch, psoas. Good, guys. Make sure we're breathing, of course. The modified pigeon, or the Bree stretch. Since Bree showed me this, got to give her credit. 1 leg out. We're gonna kick this leg, this knee that's up, right behind the down ankle, and try to get the knee all the way down to the ground. If you have the ability to go elbows, go ahead and do so. If you stay hands, that's still fine. We're just gonna rock left to right and feel the glutes of the leg that's on the block. Good. Boom. Good. Feel right booty stretch, Jay. Inner hip. Bring your left foot back more. Should be a little bit more on the right butt cheek now. Yeah, there we go. Good, Kim. So we'll start here. Kick this leg back. And we'll just drop this knee all the way to the ground. Good. Now, as you push back a little more, feel that butt cheek stretch. Try the elbows. And good. And we're just going to hang out as long as you feel that butt cheek stretch. If you guys feel, how you doing, Jeff? Good. As long as we all feel the booty stretch, we can slightly go left to right, slowly, to exaggerate that stretch. Oh, sick. All right, back on me. Cool. Steal this for 2 seconds, Jay. We're gonna all put our roller right next to us with our feet outside shoulder distance. Try to keep your shoelaces down. It's okay if we go toes up, that's fine. But we're gonna sit back into almost like a child's pose as we thread the needle. So we're getting kind of a 2-for-1 here. A nice little lower back T-spine stretch, as well as the rhomboids as we push the roller away from us. Bonus points if that shoulder touches the ground. When you come back up, just come back up to a full quadruped position, 2 hands on the ground, and restart. Just make sure you're in a nice neutral spine, and we're breathing as you push. Good. 8 to 10 reps each side. Just breathe and reset yourself after every rep. Beautiful. And then the last piece of our lengthening phase 2 series is the elevated child's pose. Similar to what you guys are doing. Sit back into child's pose with your roller in front of you and push your butt back as your hands push forward. And we're just trying to get as deep of a stretch as we can. If you come up in between, throw a little cat-cow in, and then sit back and do a child's pose off that roller. Got options there. No rush, guys. This is your next one. We have options as far as our feet placement. This is gonna be a little more hamstrings and lower, I mean, they're both gonna be lower back, but this is gonna be a little more hamstrings. If you go wider, this is gonna be a little bit more adductors, like the inside. You can do like 5 and 5 or 6 and 6. I don't necessarily care, but I want the cable to pull you down. So that way when we're here in our flex position, I want you to try to pick the toes up, flex the quads, use your legs to push against the ground first. As you get to here, we're just gonna finish with a big row. Look at my shoulders, like big chest. I'm not here, right? I'm bringing my thumbs to armpits and pinching my shoulder blades back. So I'm going from a full stretch position into a fully flexed position. Big chest here. Try, that's good, Kim, but if you want a little more stretch, we could put it on 20 pounds each handle. It might be just a little too easy. Good, Jay, good. This thing's on me. Okay, so like to do these because the rotator cuffs, like what Coach Wayne's doing over there, all that barbell work can be very complicated for the shoulders because a lot of times people think it's just right here. It's actually quite a bit of like scapula, the shoulder blade, the bone, if you will. So what we're gonna do is try to make this one motion. If this is just way too heavy, I'll get you on a band over here, but try to, don't go high pull and then flip. Try to make it one smooth motion. So if I'm looking at my shoulder blades, they're gonna kind of shrug up and then rotate. So I shrug up and then I rotate back. 1, 2, and then I just flip right back down. Granted, this is my reconstructed shoulder, so pay more attention to my left. But from here, big chest. As I high pull, I just flip them back. And my hands are in my armpits, my elbows are down, and I'm pinching my shoulder blades together. You see that? Kind of like I'm doing a lat pull down, except I'm doing it from the bottom. So from here, it's about the turnover. 1, 2, and then reach your arms forward. 1, 2. Try to make sure we feel the pencil between the shoulder blades. So start with the palms forward and then palms away. Good, Jeff. Now hold it there. You can go elbows lower. Right there. Feel that? Good. Good. Now palms away. Little elbows lower. And then now just flip the hands forward from there. Just go reach forward. Yeah, like bring your arms down. Yes. Good. Now 1, 2, and then bring it down. So keep your hands like that and just go like that. So that way the wrist, this doesn't go around the hand. You just turn. And then 1, 2, feel that? Yeah. Yes, that's what we want. 10 reps, my friends, 10 reps. Good, Jay, feel it right through here. Elbows in more. Sorry, down more actually, like, yes, like that. Feel that more? Yeah, try to pinch the pencil. Now bring your arms down. Good. And then now you'll feel a little stretch and then pull. And these get closer and closer. Feel that? Yeah, nice, nice. That's okay. Oh, dang, you're using 20s? Damn, that's pretty good. Yeah. You can go lighter too, Jeff, if you'd like. You don't have to. As long as you guys feel the middle of your back. Shouldn't be the upper traps. Be right in the middle of the shoulder blades. Damn, Jeff, that's pretty good. Yeah, because as you rotate, all I want from you guys is try. You're gonna feel your lower back muscles a little bit. It's kind of part of the posterior chain, the erectors. So we're gonna do 2 different versions of it. We're gonna be a true Superman. Eyes down, hands up, heels up, squeezing glutes, squeezing shoulder blades. Whether you're going super fast or whether your arms are above your head, we're lifting the shoulders. We're not just here, but like the shoulders stay down, right? We're lifting and pinching, feeling everything in the posterior chain. We're just gonna hold as a team. So in 3, 2, everybody up. Eyes down, heels and thumbs as high as you can go. Good, squeeze the glutes and breathe, 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 breathe. Good, guys. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Beautiful. Okay. Sorry, I said 2 versions. I meant 3. Keep your hands right here. The hands are just on the ground. Try to not push off your hands at all. Squeeze your glutes. Lift your heels as high as you can go. Squeeze your glutes as hard as you can. Try to push your pelvis into the ground as hard as you can too. Get your kneecaps as high as you can, as high as you can. Good, squeeze glutes, squeeze glutes. 3, 2, 1, relax. Good, guys. Last one before we get to some breathing. If you absolutely need to, you can use your hands, but try to lift your hands off the ground. Trunk lift, pinch your shoulders behind you. Keep your legs on the ground actually, toes on the ground. Just lift the chest. Good, good, eyes down. Lift, lift, lift as high as we can. Squeeze glutes, squeeze shoulder blades, and relax. Beautiful. I know that sucked, but you guys should feel everything behind you. Glutes, lower back, hamstrings even. Nice, 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 nice. Like everybody flip over onto their back. We're gonna finish off with some box breathing. Homeostasis is what I like to call it. So you guys can either put your feet on a couple blue blocks. You could put your feet on the foam roller if you want to do that. Something to elevate your legs slightly. Now, we can pick. We have traditional box breathing, right? 3, 4, or 5 seconds in, hold, out, hold. Or you could just go all the way in through the nose, all the way out through the mouth, whatever you prefer. Okay, so I just finished a couple classes with a couple clients stacked after, and now I'm heading home. Sunday, kind of similar to a Friday, try to knock out some admin, try to hang out with the wifey as best I can, because I truly don't see her during the week, like at all, like before until I go to bed. So make sure that you're making your time for your people too. So be selfish for yourself in the morning. Sure, do what you need to do to get the stuff done, and then you can be well for others. Put your mask on first, cuz. So if you guys want something that is a little bit more specific as to what you guys are doing in your training regimens or what you guys see on my Instagram, if you guys are trying to just copy something I see, that know that it's all contextual, right? What works for one person may not work for another person, and that's where the difference in investing in a coach that can analyze movement patterns and make sure you're doing what you need to do to not fuck your shit up is super important. So at the end of the day, I don't even care if you guys work with me, but work with a coach or work with somebody that is going to obviously help you physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, whether it's a personal trainer, acupuncturist, a mental therapist, whatever. But I feel like a lot of people recognize and address their issues and know they need to do something, and just for whatever reason don't do it. They're just waiting for somebody to come and save them. And nah, man, it's all on you, dog. So come on. Like, so I really enjoy actually working Sundays. I feel like for me, when I would have like Saturday, Sunday off, I would dread Mondays even more so. I feel like I'd be even more behind. I like to treat Sunday, work and as an athlete, as a Monday. Like, I like to work. I like to work out on Sundays. I usually, if anything, I take a rest day on like Friday or Saturday. Usually that's what I try to take a day off if possible, depending on clients and whatnot. But I feel like that's the biggest hack for me as far as creating time for myself that I wouldn't otherwise have, and it's really helped me with consistent success. Been doing this for at least probably 4 years now. I love training people on Sundays. I feel like the Monday blues are a lot less. I feel like I go into the week with a lot more momentum, and I feel like my Thursdays or Fridays or the end of my week, I earn it that much more. So if you're a person that hates Mondays, I know it sounds crazy, but start working Sundays, dude. And I feel like it'll really, really help play with the psychology of the normal work week.